Hi, Lianna, sex and relationship coach, talking to you in Vancouver, Canada. I'm going to talk about sexless marriages again today. A little bit about why do so many people end up in sexless marriages? And there are a number of reasons, but this is a kind of situation that happens over time. Years build up. You may have had a really great sexual relationship in the beginning when you first met. It's very intense and very passionate. But that will fizzle out after a while because you cannot keep doing the same thing for years and years and years. And then you find yourself 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road and you are not having any sex at all or very, very little. Now, when I say sexless, it means no sex happening for a very long time or, very, very infrequently, and you're not satisfied at all. So why does this happen and how do we deal with this so that we can start having more joy and happiness and sexual activity within our relationship? Well, it happens because you become complacent with each other, because you lose interest in sex, because other things take over in your lives, because you don't put any emphasis or investment within your sexual lives. There's no communication around sex. You may have all sorts of beliefs about sex, and so now as you're getting older, you've had children or you're with children, your beliefs about you being a sexual being are different than when you first met. Now you have to understand that both of you are changing all the time. You're growing, you're changing, you're expanding within yourself as a human being. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, even last year. And so your sexual energy is also changing with that. Everything changes within you as a human being. So we have to recognize very clearly that, okay, my energy shifts and changes all the time. Therefore, I have to be conscious of that. And I have to look at that and investigate what that is for me. Investigate what are my desires now. What is it that turns me on? What is it that's going to get me excited? What is it that is going to help bring more connection with me and my partner? And you may not have answers right away because these are big questions that one asks oneself. And that's where we start. When you're in a couple and there's no sex within the couple, you want to start with yourself. Find out what's going on within yourself. Why? What am I doing? What am I feeling? What is going on within me that there is no sex in my relationship? And this can be a number of things that you're feeling within yourself. From various people that I've been working with, things like I'm feeling overweight, I don't feel comfortable with my body anymore, I'm feeling older, that I can't be a sexual being anymore. I don't know how to express myself now. I don't feel the same that I did before, and I'm not sure what to do. I'm afraid to express myself with my partner. I'm afraid of what they're going to think of me if I tell them this is what I'm interested in, if this is what I desire now. These are the fantasies that I have. I can't tell my partner that. They'll think I'm crazy. They'll think something's wrong with me. I think something's wrong with me. But all of this is very natural. We are ever-changing human entities, and our sexual desires and our feelings for what's going to get us excited and our passions are going to change over time, and we have to allow that. We have to accept that and allow it to be part of who we are. And I know that that's a really difficult thing to do because there's so much stigmatism around sex, around sex and getting older, around pressures within your life outside of sexual desires. Home pressures, children pressures, business pressures, work pressures. There's all sorts of pressures that we have and stresses that come up. And when these things start to escalate, our sex lives tends to fizzle a little bit. But it's one part that we have with an intimate partnership that we can really work on together and try and maintain so that this intimate sexual base can help move us along in our lives. So what I suggest is that you first look within yourself and really look at what's going on with me around sex. Okay, how am I feeling about sex? Okay, I don't feel like a sexy person anymore. I don't feel sexual at all. I don't feel it. I don't feel any kind of sexual desire. I don't feel attraction to my partner, and I don't know why, because I still love them very, very much. So, looking at very specific things that are going with you. And then together you sit down and you can discuss these things. Okay, honey, let's have a rational conversation here, because we are not having sex anymore. I miss having sex. I miss intimacy and closeness, and I would like to figure out what's going on for us so that we can move forward in this and start to rebuild our lives again around our sex lives. So this is a place potentially where I might come in. My specialty is helping couples reawaken, reignite, restart, regenerate their sex lives. And so I work with the both of you, discussing what it is that's going on with you individually, and looking at where the blockages have occurred, when they occurred, how you're feeling right now about sex and about your body and about your erotic life in general. And we work on tapping into that energy again and building it up so that you can feel it within yourself first. You got to start, really getting into that energy so you yourself are feeling like a different kind of person that actually is a kind of person that wants to have sex again, that feels sexual again, that feels this energy running through your body. So that when you come with your partner and you're both starting to feel this again, you can start talking about your fantasies and your desires and what turns you on and what are the kind of steps that you'd like to take now that are going to be very different than what you used to do. You're different people. You've changed. So let's talk about a direction that you can go that's going to be exciting for you now, that's going to open up your intimate and sexual life now. So you can work on some of this on your own. But I can also work with you. And I have a program that I'm launching right now. It's a 3-month program for couples. And we will meet 3 times a month, either on Skype or on in person if you're in Vancouver, Canada, where I am right now. But I am working with people on Skype as well. It's been very effective. We talk about what's going on. I'll work with you individually and together. Giving you exercises that you can start to work on to help regenerate what's going on. You may want to explore areas that you've never done before. Maybe you want to go into non-monogamous kind of situations. So we'll have to look at if that's possible at the moment. If you have to be really solid within your own relationship in order to go in that direction. So let's get that solidity first. Let's get you feeling really strong within each other. There are all sorts of role play kind of scenarios that you can incorporate in your relationship so that it feels like you're having sex with someone else, but it's actually your partner, and it becomes exciting and kind of scary and stimulating. We need to create some tension between the two of you again, some erotic tension, so that you're excited about your sexual life, so that you're excited about your partner, so that there's a tension that is required within the sexual connection, so that it keeps, like a spark alive, keeps the fire burning. So I invite you to contact me through email or, probably email is the best. I will have posted it below here underneath this video. And let's start have a short introductory conversation, and we can set up a plan for you, a 3-month plan where we can really work to open up this sexless marriage and make your erotic life come alive again. I really look forward to working with you. I have 30 years experience in this field, experiencing, researching, studying, and exploring extensively. I feel I have a lot to offer and some very unique perspectives that I can help you out with. And I would love to have the opportunity to take you on a new journey in your relationship. Much love making.
Oh yeah.